So Lynn's got this stupid fucking song stuck in his head, and he won't stop. He won't stop. He won't stop. Help. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm D.
This is Lynn.
Project Airwaves.
We're here.
Back at it again.
Oh, yeah.
Coming at you.
Oh, no.
Not on you.
I don't know, Grandpa Rick.
Oh, God. No. Nightmares.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep this one cool, calm, and casual.
Super quick.
Go keep it short.
Quick.
As short as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know when we say we're keeping it short, sometimes that doesn't happen. What was it?
Muscle. Flex. Terry Crews. Musical muscle.
Amazing man. He made me want to start my own deodorant company just so I could hire him to do my commercials.
Oh, yes. Old
He's
Spice.
amazing.
I'm surprised. I wonder why they took him off.
It was probably either the end of his contract or
They ended up bringing the other guy. And
they,
I don't even
they
pay
wanted
attention
to
him.
new face.
Yeah,
Just
I
like,
guess.
they got rid of the Dos Equis guy.
Oh, did they really?
Even
so
though,
it's not Stay Thirsty,
or
my
did
friend?
he die?
No, I'm sure he's still alive.
Yeah.
What I heard about
yeah,
that.
I think his contract was up or something. So, yeah, we don't get that old Dos Equis guy. We got a new guy. It's not the same.
Stay Thirsty, my friend.
It's not the same. You've changed.
Mm-hmm.
You've changed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just jump off into it.
Yep.
Let's start us off.
I heard a rumor.
Oh.
You ever seen that? Off of, what is it? Something Academy? Umbrella Academy?
No.
You never watched
Oh,
Umbrella
yeah,
Academy?
baby girl with the powers.
Yeah, with the powers to
The
whisper?
sister? Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm joking.
that's dark.
I'm joking. I don't have any rumors.
That's dark.
I don't know. I wanted to touch base with this today. So with my new position, I'm working over at a little corporate building.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving with a couple of my coworkers back from lunch, and they kept mentioning that there is a privately unmarked jet that lands in McCarran at the same time every day to pick up scientists to take them to Area 51. I was like, you're full of shit. There's no
What?
fucking way. If you Google Area 51 jet in Las Vegas, it's a picture of a white jet with a red stripe on the side of it. I kid you not.
Are you throwing out military secrets?
It's not a secret.
Are we going to get swatted for
Because
this?
Google knows about it. Yeah, if we get demonetized, it's because obviously we weren't supposed to talk about this. But as we were driving by, I see this jet, just this, I don't know how to explain it. It's like how Batman's car, and was it Batman Begins, how that tank could go into stealth mode, how it would just flatten the tires out.
Yeah.
The jet's wings go down, and then the not the propellers, what is that? The engines?
Yeah.
The engines flatten out. So
Wow.
it literally gets super flat and super low and pulls into the dock, gets air, and then it never... now that I'm seeing how planes travel, I was literally recording it from where we were at with a couple of the officers I was training, is that these planes land in the same spot and they take off in the same direction. So there's one spot of landing, one spot of going, except for that plane and Air Force One.
Oh, I'm sure.
That one lands, tucks through, and goes in the opposite oncoming traffic to fly away towards planes that are landing.
Interesting.
And then, like I said, I recorded it to check and see it, and I was just like, that's crazy. They're picking up scientists
I mean,
and then taking them to Area 51.
people were going to Naruto invade Area 51. Did you hear about that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The runners?
Yeah. Like, if
I
we
forgot about
run
that,
fast
yeah.
enough, their bullets won't hit us.
I wonder,
Good
did that
job.
ever actually...
No.
That didn't happen, right?
It was
they
like, I think...
They talked about it to the deadline, and
I
then
think it was
just
like 20 or 30 people showed up, and they just, like, hung out with the... Because, they had guards there.
Yeah. The guards are like not going to let them go.
The guards were like, okay. And they just kind of like hung out and spoke to the guards, got some selfies and shit.
And then they were done.
I was
with
like,
it.
you're not
That thing was
invading
so
Area
over-
50.
When
Even if
was
did.
that? Was that 2020?
Yeah, that was last year, I do believe.
Was
Yeah.
it during? No, it wasn't during COVID.
No, what was it?
Was it before COVID?
It might have been earlier this year then.
No,
If it wasn't last
wasn't
year,
this year. It was definitely earlier this
It
year.
had been last year or
sorry.
2019?
It was last year or 2019, yes.
2019? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
But my thing is, even if you got in, so say they invaded Area 51, what did you think you were going to find?
I don't know.
There are, first of all, if there are aliens in Area 51, best believe they're not going to keep them on the top floor.
No.
Okay, because
You
we
gotta
already
go down
know
to the space.
that base
I mean,
is
just the
built
fact is
into-
that we know that it's an actual fucking thing. People
Yeah.
know how to physically get to it, and then that there's a private jet that picks them up
Yes.
every single day at the exact same time.
Yes.
I've been working for over a week now, and every time
Mm-hmm.
we all peek our heads out, go to the third floor, and look at the runway because it's so close to that building.
Yeah, yeah.
Like here's the building, here's the street, there's the runway.
That's where my office used
And
to
you
be.
can just see them, yeah, because they have Konami over there.
Yeah,
And then there's a giant Mecha Optimus Prime standing. Have I told you that?
What?
Oh, I could.
That
Sorry.
wasn't there when I went over there.
Pause moment. Go ahead and talk so I can show
What?
you.
Okay, see, this is some shenanigans I don't even understand right now. Okay, so something that I find interesting about like people and their behavior and wanting to like satiate their curiosity.
This thing.
That's outside of the Konami building.
It's right next to the Konami building when you're driving through. It's a massive. If you
That's
Google,
brand new.
it's at the building called Califono.
Hey,
Yeah, it's that, and there's a giant predator standing in front of the building with Bumblebee standing behind him.
because okay, so quick side note: there's a temp
Yeah, and
agency.
there's predator.
I used to work for a temp agency called Cornerstone.
Yeah.
And so their office used to be right next to the Konami building.
I believe it.
That's where I went to get the jobs I got before I got my current job.
Right.
And that was not there, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I drove around. I was like, I see the Konami.
It's massive.
In my head, I'm thinking, Street Fighter?
I was rushing to work, and I took a back way to get to where the building, because there's a bunch of business offices. And as I'm going to a light right before I go, I stop in the middle of the road and look to my right, and there's this massive 20 to 30 foot Optimus Prime is standing on the sidewalk. I look at it and I go, take a deep breath. I'm like, not today. And I just kept driving, drove right to my fucking spot.
Like your car's just gonna transform into fucking Bumblebee or something. But it's just it's the craziest thing. Like, people will do the dumbest shit because they're curious. So it's like, jumping off of a bridge and with a parachute on your back, or with a fucking bungee cord. Would you do that?
You know what? I was just talking to one of the coworkers, and he was saying something along the lines is that he just had a squirrel moment where he's like, I want to go. Not bungee jumping. What is that called when you jump out of a plane?
Oh, skydiving.
Skydiving. He said he paid $300.
Yep.
It was like an hour or two course where he sat in. They explained to him they have 3 guys, one that you're strapped to on their stomach, and then another dude recording you as you're doing it. He said it was fucking fantastic. I
got to do that. That's on my bucket list.
We need to do it.
Probably by the time before I turn 35, I want to go skydiving.
We need to do it. Just put the money aside and have it done. I don't even think it's really expensive anymore.
No, it's just having the testicular fortitude.
I'll do it.
I know you'll do it. Your beard will do it.
Exactly. I will try anything once, and as long as I know it's not going to fucking kill me, and even if it is, oh well.
No, I have a fear of heights. Yeah. Okay, see that? Oh, yeah.
So think about this. You don't have a choice because somebody has to jump off with you.
I know. So I can't be like, whoa, slow down. It's like, okay, we're going. And then you're just staring at the ground.
I mean, your birthday's coming up.
It is.
Yeah, so I say that becomes the thing.
You can eat a dick.
We can do it.
I don't know. We'll see. Trust and believe. If and when we go skydiving, trust me, y'all will have a video.
There will be a video of it.
I hope there'll be very little urinating and or feces
as it's flying. That sounds horrible. That sounds
just a string of it. He passed out and it just started flowing. The water works, man.
It's not like South Park where you die and then the person just shits himself. Like, Chef is like, oh, is he dead? Yeah, okay, he's dead.
See, that just reminded me of the episode where everybody was shitting out of their mouth.
Oh, and they were eating with their anus? Like, the buckets, they were eating KFC. It was Martha Stewart preparing a turkey, and she sat on the turkey.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It was so bad.
Why? Why did these things happen in our lifetime?
Oh, my God.
Why can't I say that was a thing?
No.
So you said you were working on something with, like, your ligaments?
You know what? Yeah, something that I wanted to touch base on. Like I said, I'm not a chemist, nor am I any form of a scientist. I've studied kinesiology and human anatomy for quite some time. I'm fascinated when it comes to the body and what the body can and can't do. And after having surgeries of my own and just studying medicine, how protein synthesis is, how muscles, tendons, ligaments, how all that shit works, I'm getting to a point now where I know. I hate to say it, but I self-diagnose when something's happening.
Kind of,
and a lot of my friends come to me if they have an issue, an injury, because I can kind of give them an idea, and 95% of the time I'm normally right when I tell them. When it comes to muscle training.
It's not like you're like, oh, you might have cancer.
No, exactly. I'm not giving them like death-defying things like that, but like, oh, why is this part growing? Why is it I've been having sciatica pains, and you're telling me that there's a muscle in my glute that's fucking hurting. It's like, well, that's where your sciatic nerve runs. It runs all the way. Your sciatic nerve starts on your hip line for your glute, runs all the way to your tibial nerve, which is where your knee is, and then it sprawls down to where your foot's at. So everything's connected. I can massage your big toe, and all of a sudden your fucking hip feels fine. Ooh. The body's very, very complicated, and it likes to send out mixed signals of what you think is hurting and what is actually hurting.
Yeah.
So foam rolling is key. Stretching is key. But I have a partial tear in my rotator cuff, and it's like I've been battling what to do with it. Even the physical therapist that I go to, they know that I know my shit well enough to where they just kind of give me free range. They do tissue work and they're like, train whatever you want because we know you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I always ask the same thing, should I do surgery? And every single time they all tell me no. Like, no. Which is crazy, is most doctors saying, let's give you pain medication, let's put you in surgery. That's the basic average American thing, is for people to go into surgery. They made a point, and I did my research on it, that having surgery done will not only increase the chances of you getting arthritis in that muscle because it calcifies around the tendons and ligaments, it's only like an 80% chance that it'll work. And then the tear just gets worse down the road.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So you strengthen everything around it, but what I was looking into, and I heard it again, not to fucking repeat this 100 million times, but Joe Rogan, he had a specialist on his podcast, and they were talking about, you know what peptides are?
Yeah.
like collagen peptides and stuff like that.
Which is weird because I never thought I would hear you use the word peptide.
Yeah, so peptides are a form of a branched chain amino acid that helps with muscle recovery, tendons, ligaments, stuff like that. You can buy it in powdered form from stores, bovine peptides and stuff like that. Put it in a protein shake, make it with your food. I use it in my pancakes. Like I'll make protein pancakes, add the peptides in it, and it adds an extra 15, 20 grams of protein in the pancake itself. And it tastes good. It's vanilla flavored. And I noticed the inflammation in my knees and my shoulder were almost instantaneously gone. But the tear isn't going away.
Right.
So one of the things that got brought up was BPC 157, which is like a concentrated dose of that peptide. Joe Rogan said that he had a form of tendinopathy, which is when the tendons and the ligaments in your body, when they've been injured for such a long time. I know it sounds scary, but your body only gives you a short amount of time to fix something.
Yeah.
After a while, it's never like I can be broken for multiple years and then within that time somebody can give me medicine and then all of a sudden it's good. Eventually your body starts to deteriorate from that spot.
Yeah.
So if you have a tendinitis, an issue with your elbow or your shoulder and something like that, it turns into tendinopathy where the tendons start to die.
Oh, wow.
And that's what sucks is I haven't been getting that in my elbow. I've had elbow pain in my left side for so long that no matter how much tissue work I have done or anything else like that, cortisone injections, tendinopathy is starting to kick in. Joe Rogan said, and what I've researched on is people that take this BPC 157, it actually cures their tendinopathy within 2 weeks.
You sure it's not going to turn you into a mutant?
Dude, I don't even care at this point. I don't care if I grow a fourth leg. I could get an extra eye on my head.
Wait, a fourth leg? That means you have a third. Oh, fuck off. Keep going.
I was like,
You bastard.
He goes, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Muscle. Yeah, so I just not obviously I'm not trying to steer any people in this direction, but for all the people that do work out or have any prolonged injuries, don't ever take your first opinion from your first doctor. I would highly recommend going to
always
other
get a second
people.
opinion.
Always get a second opinion or do your research. I'm not saying self-diagnose. Like I said, I have somewhat of an educational background when it comes to a lot of this stuff, but I always do my research in what I'm putting into my body before I would do it. And like I said, I go through specialists, physical therapists, guys that have doctors and their PhDs and stuff. And I'm with them all the time, either training with them or I'm having them do tissue work on me because my body's all fucking broken apart. So if they're telling me things that I'm saying that I'm doing is right, then I just keep studying it.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought that was a pretty fascinating thing. I thought that was cool that there is other alternatives to just surgery. Surgery isn't the final answer to everything.
Right. It's definitely not. And, we've seen it more times than not, especially in the bodybuilder world. Surgery can put you out of commission for quite a while. And that means you're not moving, you're not working out, you're getting weaker, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure those of you who've done any type of research into recovery times and rehabilitation understands that any type of surgery of any kind for anybody who has like a steady routine, going to the gym, a steady diet, things like that, it throws off everything that you've been working hard for. One of the things I just wanted to throw out, I got some new, protein powder?
Yes.
For like meal replacement. And, it's funny because the first time I bought protein powder, I'm used to being a bodybuilder. So I'm used to put on weight. The more weight you put on, the more you work out, the more muscle you'll build.
Horrible.
I'm used to that. That's kind of how me and Lynn started at the gym. From when we were like way novices, like 16 years old.
I don't recommend that now.
Don't recommend that at all. Now that we're well more versed. So my happy ass, just like, I don't know what I was thinking. I bought this like huge, like, I don't know, 2 pound, 3 pound.
I forgot. Yeah, you bought True Mass from Synthesis, which is, I cannot stress this enough. Don't buy meal replacement shakes and don't buy weight gainers because weight gainers isn't, unless it has a very high caloric intake, which means you have to use 4 scoops. If you have to use anything over a scoop and a half of something, you're doing too much.
Right.
Your body can't naturally process that down. What's going to happen is, yes, you're going to put on weight, but it's going to be, I don't know how to explain it. You're going to overexceed your glycogen levels in your muscles to where your muscles can't take in any more protein or water. Because your muscles, all it is, they're full of water.
And your body's got to find a way to store that.
Yeah, exactly. Your body's got to find a store. So you're going to store on fat, and getting fat doesn't do you any good.
Right.
Yeah, you're not gaining any muscle at that.
Right. So I bought that. That was a pretty much wasted investment for a hot minute for what I was trying to do, because I'm trying to lose weight. Now, I'm not like on a diet or anything like that per se. I just, I put on some COVID weight, so I'm trying to, cut 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds. Nothing serious. So I got this other, I guess you call it protein powder. It's like, supposed like lean powder. And I got it as a meal replacement. Now, when I say a meal replacement, that in my head is like, okay, I already have a horrible diet. So as a meal replacement, that's going to be much more beneficial for me right now, because For me, a normal meal would be shit. Going to Carl's Jr., getting a double bacon Western cheeseburger meal, medium. Extra barbecue sauce, some ranch on the side.
Horrible.
It is, but it's so good.
Our nutrition is so different from each other's.
It's garbage. Mine is garbage. I eat out of a garbage can compared to Lynn. So for me, I think this will be beneficial in getting me back on track, because I used to be a lot better mentally with controlling my eating habits and spacing out my meals, maybe even portioning eating smaller portions of meals and things like that. And I kind of just let it go, of course, as we always do. When you get complacent, you get comfortable. COVID, we had the lockdowns and everything, so we weren't able to get out as much. So now,
look at this old ass picture.
I know.
That's how
I used to look. Yeah.
It's just crazy to think.
Yeah, I used to be super big.
I never fucking changed. I look the fucking same all the time.
Well, no, I found that picture of me with a Callum.
Oh, at the expo,
yeah.
Callum von Moger.
Yeah, I was like, shit, I was huge,
dude. It's like, just you have very, very good genetics. It's just the consistency of having to exercise. Your diet has never been a bad. I don't know how you are. You're like a genetic freak. How you could literally out-train a bad diet, because you could train and eat whatever the fuck you want, and somehow you would put on very, very lean quality muscle.
Yeah,
which wasn't a bad thing. But I've learned over time, in order to have there's a dirty bulk and a clean bulk.
Yes,
dirty bulks are the worst because your body doesn't retain the muscle for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
clean bulk, I know my muscle is going to stay even if I stop eating for a fucking week.
Right.
So you need to stack on the muscle that you know is going to stay. Not this shit where I'm going to put on muscle and then, like you said, COVID hits and all of a sudden I can just get fat.
Right.
So I'm always going to, that's why I'm, you see me, I'm literally the same size, the same strength, the same whatever all the time, because I eat in a big amount. Like I eat more than he does. I eat 4 to 5 meals a day.
Easily.
But I'm clean bulking.
Right.
So you got to put yourself in a different mindset. Not to say that what did you say? The Western bacon cheeseburger isn't not fire. Just you have to implement when you're going to eat that.
Does anybody remember the old Carl's Jr. commercial? Mm-mm. The old saying at the end of the commercial?
No.
Burger, fries, drink, don't bother me.
I'm eating. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
That was my most favorite fucking commercials. Carl's Jr. I know you'll never hear this. Please bring that back. That was amazing. That was every fat kid's national anthem.
True.
It was just greatness. All right. We're going to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it short and sweet.
Short
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
A little bit of something.
Not catch us, because we're not running anywhere.
I'm not a Pokemon. You're not going to catch me.
Linmon?
That's That sounds like Digimon.
It does.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much of that.
It does.
No.
But then we could fuse.
I don't want. What? Digimon can't fuse?
Yes, they can.
No.
Yes, they can.
What do they fuse into?
What?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I remember that.
They
Warmon and Greymon, they fused.
Greymon and
Warmon.
No, it wasn't Warmon.
Warmon.
It was War Greymon.
Warmon.
No.
Warmon.
See, it's Gabumon's evolution.
Yes.
It was
War
Greymon,
and then
no, Greymon is Agumon's evolution.
Yeah.
He evolves into Greymon.
War Greymon.
Gabumon evolves into the wolf thing, and I forget its
metal.
name. That was Metal Garurumon.
Garurumon, there you
yes.
go. Yeah.
See, we are nerds at heart. It can't be helped.
Forever.
Digimon, even though we went to a different whatever. All right, y'all. Don't forget to check us out. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're working on a TikTok. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. You can also catch us at projectairwaves.com. Don't forget to show your boys some love.
You're going too much with that.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you in the next episode. Keep your head in the clouds.
Keep your feet on the ground, moving forward.
Wash your feet.
Ew.
And after you get your head out of the clouds, just take a bath. This is kind of weird. It's weird up there. The ozone layer.
You cut.
Cut. All that stuff. No, don't cut. Don't cut.
You need to cut it.
Do you really
Oh my
want to
gosh,
hurt? You did good.
Real good.